Welcome, everyone. We are so excited to see you all here today, participating in the Save Soil movement. My name is Joyce, and I'm a volunteer with Conscious Planet and the Save Soil movement. As a former science teacher, I knew the importance of soil, but until I began volunteering for Conscious Planet, I was unaware that the soil in my country and throughout the world was actually dying. But I also learned there is hope. Hope if we become the voice for soil, which is why we are here today. In today's webinar, we will review the highlights of Sadhguru's journey, the 100-day, 30,000 kilometer journey has concluded just yesterday in Coimbatore, India. We will discuss what we can do to continue the journey to save soil and answer any questions you may have. This will take about 45 to 50 minutes. We hope you can stay with us. So some of you may be new to Save Soil, so we'll begin with a brief introduction. Save Soil is a global movement to save our soil from extinction by bringing about national policy changes. Policies designed to regenerate the soil by raising and maintaining its organic content to a minimum of 3 to 6%. We will learn a little bit more with a brief video as to what do we mean by soil extinction. What exactly is 3 to 6% organic content?
We are talking about climate change, carbon emissions, and global warming and various other aspects. But we are not addressing soil. Soil is the habitat upon which zillions of lives thrive. Once there is no richness in soil, then you have forsaken the planet in many ways. Every responsible scientist in the world and the UN agencies are clearly saying we have only 80 to 100 harvests left. That means approximately 45 to 50 years of agricultural soil left on the planet. By 2045, we will be producing 40% less food than what we are producing right now, and our populations will be 9.3 billion people. The food shortages that could manifest in the next 25 years, the consequences of that is unimaginable. Civil wars will unfold across the world once there is food shortage. What we are facing now is soil extinction. Why is soil becoming extinct? Where is it going away? What is happening to our soil? We must understand, if you add organic content to sand, sand will turn into soil. If you remove all organic content from the soil, soil will become sand. In normal agricultural soil, the minimum organic content should be between 3 to 6%. The most minimum is 3%. At least this minimum to keep the soil alive, to keep the soil as living soil is a must. Agricultural soils across the world, the depletion is so heavy. In most countries, more than 50% of the topsoil is already gone in the last 100 years. The nutrient levels have dropped significantly. The level of micronutrients you would get from your food in early 20th century to what you are getting from the same food now has dropped 90%. If you ate one orange in 1920s, what you got from it, now in 2020, if you have to get the same, you will have to eat 8 oranges. This is what we have done to our food.
Soil is the biggest ecosystem on the planet, and so few people know anything about it. 1 teaspoon of healthy soil probably contains more microbes than there are people on Earth.
The microbial life in the first 12 to 15 inches of topsoil is the basis of our existence. It is this magic beneath our feet which has produced the life that we are. This first 12 to 15 inches of soil is the basis of life for 87% of life on this planet, including you and me.
We have to begin to recognize that what we call our soil, Mother Earth, is a living organism.
Open soils, ripped open by plowing, open to sunlight, is the basis of destruction of microbial life. So the focus should be on agriculture, the focus should be on seeing that land is under shade as much as possible, some kind of shade, grasses, herbs, bushes, trees. Conscious Planet is launching Save Soil movement to bring about a policy change to regenerate soil. As a part of this, I'm 65 and I'm riding 30,000 kilometers, a lone motorcycle journey, 30,000 kilometers across 24 nations to activate support from the citizenry to assure the governments long-term investments will be appreciated. So it's extremely important that soil regeneration is enshrined in the policy of every government on the planet. We must change the narrative on the planet that soil is a wealth, a legacy we have received from previous generations, and we have to pass it on as living soil for future generations. We are in a cusp of time. If you do the right things now, in the next 15 to 25 years, we can significantly turn this situation around and regenerate the soil. But if we allow this to progress like this for another 30 to 40 years, after 40 years if we attempt this, then it could take 150 to 200 years because that much loss of biodiversity would have happened. From 21st of March for 100 days, the whole world, every human being on the planet should talk soil. We must hear the word soil, save soil everywhere to see that the narrative on the planet changes towards the most vital aspect of our life, the soil. Each one of you should reach as many people as you can to make this happen. Many global leaders and influencers are already participating in the movement. Be a part of this and let us make it happen.
From my part, as much as I can contribute.
We're going to save the soil. Do your part.
And saving the soils.
Our future, our children's future, and our planet's future depend on it.
Save the soil.
We know what we must do, so let's make it happen.
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 Imagine every second 1 acre of soil becomes desert. You know, yesterday I heard a Conscious Planet volunteer say, we need to move from consumption to giving. And that is exactly what 72 countries visited by Sadhguru are doing, giving back to Mother Earth. They have agreed to support the Save Soil movement. We will watch a few highlights of Sadhguru's journey. Throughout his journey, the energy has been exciting, extraordinary. We would like you to also experience this extraordinary energy, the unstoppable support, and the relentless commitment to the Save Soil movement throughout the world. Enjoy.
It's a great pleasure for me. These beautiful Caribbean nations are going for this fast.
This memorandum of understanding that we are signing, it will also bring some technical assistance to the Caribbean region.
This is a historic moment because here is the first step to turn around.
What you're doing today is really important because people like you who have a wonderful following of millions and millions of people, and what you're doing with that is so important with saving the soil.
If you want to say, I love you to your child, you must just say save soil, because it is a more committed way of saying I love you.
It's an extraordinary campaign. It echoes what we in the Commonwealth have been aspiring to do for a number of years.
Next 100 days from 21st of March, we want the whole world to talk about soil.
It is not about the motorcycle, it's not about the journey, it's not about the song, it is about moving people on the planet. Make it happen, huh?
Nobody spoke about soil like Sadhguru does.
I think if we all contribute, then we have a really strong voice.
There has been so much excitement and everybody is so excited to hear Sadhguru.
This is our time on the planet. What we do here is our business. Let's do the right things.
I honestly didn't feel like part of the movement before, obviously. I'd never met him. Seeing what kind of a following he has and how impactful it is, I really feel like I just joined a global movement.
Graffiti artists supporting this Save Soil movement, wanting to inspire the youth, and youth being the major population in most parts of the world today, all graffiti artists, to whatever walls that you have, make sure that you use this. One of the most beautiful cities of Europe.
It really resonated with me, the message that we have to save our soil.
It's our common issue together. It's not for one nation, for one person, but we as people have to unite and to solve this.
This is a celebration of human beings coming together to do what they need to do. All of us have been part of this destruction. The only way is all of us become part of the solution also. Riding on to Italy. Italy is raining heavily tonight.
here in Venice.
So it's like a wave of hope.
Is necessary for the future.
Over 2000 years ago, this eternal city made the mistake of over-farming the region, and that was also the fall of the city at that time. So, the Romans of today should never make that mistake once again.
And we are very happy that we are aligned in our message to really high the profile of soils.
Young people getting into farming is very good. That's the future of the world.
Thank you.
Here we are in Geneva.
I think it's a message of urgency, but it's also a message of hope. So I would really like to thank Sadhguru for his leadership.
The global movement led by him addresses the soil crisis by mobilizing people around the entire world.
This massive fountain in the Lake of Geneva is lit up for Save Soil today with Save Soil colors of blue and green. You cannot stop this. The moment is on. It's going to be on till the policies are done.
In this cold, slippery road and winds are picking up speed, no matter what the hell, I have to keep going. You think this is a problem? Relentless commitment to what you do. That is the only solution. Save soil, let's make it happen.
An MOU to be signed between Isha Foundation and 4,000 initiative Soils for Food Security and Climate.
We were just sharing exactly the same objective, increasing carbon content in the soil.
Sadhguru, what you are doing is really impressive.
I'm quite amazed and thrilled by it.
I was very honored to be on the stage and be able to actually express that his mission is what we need.
It's fantastic. France has been great.
Well, Brussels.
We should all stand up and make the most impact we can to create a real change in the world.
Save the soil.
Let them go down!
A smashing evening at the main event, and a super enthusiastic crowd committing themselves to make this happen.
It's heartwarming to see everybody come together.
Save soil, on the move. Let's make it happen. Just look up the news and see in the last 4 months, how many governments have started talking about soil because they see it's picking up momentum. But if you create 3 to 4 billion people talking about soil, that's it. That will be the main conversation in the government.
Save the Soil is a very important movement that we support as UNCCT. We would like to propose to the world to do whatever they can to protect the soil, because it is our future.
Save soil, let's make it happen.
I need someone to show me the way. I need someone to show me the way.
The education ministry in Germany has now come into the picture officially and asked all the children to do artwork to support Save Soil movement.
Good, Arjun, wonderful. Congratulations that you wrote to the Prime Minister.
Let's make it happen!
So, on the way to Bratislava, well, the road surface is not great.
It's great that all of you are here in Bratislava. Nobody ever imagined 100 years ago that we will have to save soil of all the things.
Would you like to come in the kitchen and cook with me a little bit?
Why not? Without soil being rich, food won't be rich. Without food being rich, our bodies will not be of full potential.
What do you call that?
It's a Sadhguru sir.
Table 12.
The old heroes always built something which stands up like this, but the new heroes are those people who will nurture the soil which always lies beneath our feet, never stands up.
Oh, this wonderful city of Belgrade, the UNFAO said something which really deeply hurt me, is the soil that we are consuming right now belongs not even to these little children, belongs to the unborn child. This is an expression of our love and responsibility for our own lives and the future lives.
I love the message that he sent and how he broadened it, that it's everybody's responsibility.
I think there is a great potential for a good collaboration, partnership with the campaign Save the Soil, and what we are doing as a government. We can make it together.
It's very important, bringing a certain sense of love and celebration towards the land that we walk upon. Going from Sofia to Bucharest, not a weather for motorcycle for sure.
Organize yourselves whichever way you want, form groups, come together somehow and see this happens.
Sadhguru reminded me that I have a voice.
People from Istanbul were really amazed by Sadhguru to appear, and they were just so happy to see him.
This many people, if all of you are committed and you spend 15–20 minutes a day to enhance the message, I think I don't have to go on riding like crazy. Yesterday I rode 18 hours, can you believe this, through Bulgarian roads?
An honest expression of his wisdom and love for humanity, I think.
He's been riding through very, rough terrain, rough roads, dusty construction sites.
It was a long drive and we were getting a little late for the live event at Tbilisi.
He, right at the end, maybe 5 minutes before the event, decided that he couldn't stop for a break.
In the traffic, he was just removing his jacket and gloves and throwing in the car just to make it on time.
The whole purpose of this movement is to bring this home, that when you walk up on the soil, you know it is the source of your life. Keeping it alive is the most important thing. Will you make it happen?
A gift from God for the people, for the earth, for the soil.
We must save the soil, we must plant the trees, we must replenish the forests, we must save our planet.
Wonderful, thank you so much for standing up for soil.
Gina
بالحب جينا يا تربتي الحبيبة وعدا منا وعهدا والعهد لن يخيبا.
Right now, soil has turned into sand because we pulled out all the organic content. We are taking the life out of the soil. If we don't put that back, all the other concerns which are important to be attended to, but none of them will matter.
This is not for us, this is for him and his generation, hoping that they would have a better future with a better world. Save soil.
Here in Palestine, wonderful to be here.
I salute you and I respect your initiative and my full support of what is needed from the Palestinian side to support you.
The most important thing is we must keep our lands alive for future generations, because that is a fundamental responsibility we hold for our children and future generations beyond them.
Well, it's very important. I can tell you as a motorcycle driver, I also like motorcycles, and it's not easy. This guy is devoted, and this is what makes him so impressive, and so he touches people.
When it comes to agriculture, when it comes to soil, when it comes to soil ecology, our national borders mean nothing, because microorganisms operate as a global system. People are talking about doctors without borders. I'm asking you, are you beings without borders? Are you alive without borders?
Dear Sadhguru, one of the world's voices and leaders on soil conservation and land, in this day and age, having you here is absolutely fantastic, and we welcome you.
Implementation has to happen on the land, and land is not managed by scientists, land is managed by farmers. So it's extremely important. It must be a single point agenda, incentive-based agenda. If inspiration, incentives and disincentives after a certain period of time is the way forward, this is my appeal to every one of you, because I don't want this COP15 to end as one more convention with more paper and more paper. This must end with concrete action, and action in such a way that it's implementable.
There is no word to describe what Sadhguru is doing for us.
We know how much, you had to do to get here. You left so many things you were doing with it, but you honored the country, you honored the people of this country.
Thank you.
And on behalf of the head of state,
it's my pleasure.
I want to thank you very much.
It's a great privilege.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Save soil. Let's make it happen.
The Saudi Arabia as a kingdom, since 1970s, converting deserts into fertile lands has been quietly happening. Other countries which have fertile lands and actively working to turn them into deserts, you must put them to shame, it's very important. In so many ways, we have found the differences between each other in terms of nationality, race, religion, caste, creed. If we act as one humanity, in the next 10-15 years we can turn this around.
We have already loved you a lot. We even loved you even before seeing you. And when we saw you, we even fell in love even more.
بالعربي أنقذ التربة لنفعل ذلك على أرض الواقع بمبادرات عملية وجادة ملموسة الأثر. أنقذ التربة Save Soil.
We are very glad to have Sadhguru in the Kingdom of Bahrain.
you are capable of looking beyond your immediate well-being and doing something in the world that is worthwhile. Right now, this is not even about generosity, this is about survival.
It's an honor to have you here in this location, in the heart of Bahrain, in this ancient harbor. We're very proud that you're here today, discovering the layers of history in this beautiful place.
You know, the most important thing of what I have learned from him is that the most important thing is to live in harmony and peace within yourself.
انخذوا التربة and save soil.
40 minutes past midnight, just another maybe 30 kilometers to the Emirates border, UAE border. It's been a long drive, totally 930 kilometers today we're doing. Well, UAE has become, an airline hub and a shopping hub and other kinds, but nobody imagined it could be an ecological hub.
Thank you so much for being here with us, Sadhguru, on this wonderful journey. The UAE is partnering with you on Saved Soil, such an important cause.
Safe soil is surely a cause that we can all fully endorse. My dear brother Sadhguru, I would like to thank you for including the United Arab Emirates in your inspiring journey.
I'm proud to share that the UAE is working hard to include soil management and national strategies and policies.
Saving soil is one of the most important things on the planet right now.
It's not his mission, it needs to become all of our missions.
I'm here to save soil.
I had a meeting with Sadhguru ji somewhere in December, I believe. And the net outcome of that whole thing is that I have earmarked funds to make good of the eco deficit of that particular year. Economy should also grow, but it should have an ecological responsibility in its growth.
Right now everybody is talking about robotics. It's time robotics goes into agriculture. Right now you have a big machine which just rips the soil off. This, if you leave the robotic machines through the day and night where just as much as needed they can do. They don't have to rip the whole soil. Yes, science is already there, we know what to do. It is just that industry has not caught up because in the policy those things have not come.
I didn't imagine that we could find a lot of Omani people joining the movement.
I said, Oman, one more desert I have to ride. They said, no Sadhguru, Oman looks like Kerala. If one part of your nation is green, it just takes a determined effort to stretch that green all the way up. There are no words to describe what it means to be back in India. 70 days we've been on the road, 74 nations have signed up.
It's a very proud moment to have amidst us the savior of the soil.
It's my fortune that the first step that I take into sacred land of birth is in Jamnagar.
માટી અને પશુ એટલે કે બીજા જીવ મનુષ્ય સિવાયના જીવ એ બંનેની જાળવણી જો કરીશું તો જ મનુષ્ય બચી શકાય એવું છે. લીડ લઈશું ગુજરાત, તમને એટલું કહી શકાય કે લીડ લઈને ગુજરાત આની મેં જેટલું બને એટલું ઝડપથી
You are in Gujarat since 2 days. हमारा गुजरात कैसा लगा आपको?
People are cool, but the weather is hot. Will you promise me in the next 100 years' time, we'll make the weather also cool for future generations?
I was really happy to interact with Sadhguruji. It really inspired me to work more and more towards this country, this nation, this soil.
It's my fortune that on this day, when it's Rana Pratapji's Jayanti, I happen to be here.
I think is an exceptional movement, and I think now it is our responsibility to make sure that we spread that message, pass on that message, and actually do something about it on the ground.
Save soil we must for you only, okay?
और पूरी दुनिया में एक नया संदेश देने के लिए सदगुरु जी ने जो ये महाअभियान चलाया है, आने वाले समय में हमारी नौजवान पीढ़ियां आपके इस बताए मार्गदर्शन पे चलते हुए मिट्टी बचाने के अभियान को आगे बढ़ाएगी.
क्या आपकी आवाज और आशीर्वाद मेरे साथ है क्या?
As the Prime Minister has taken up the Solar Alliance, I think there's an immense opportunity. After talking to various leaders around the world, I realize India and the Prime Minister of India could take up the leadership of soil regeneration in India and the world.
सदगुरु जी ने जो लंबी ये यानी मेहनत वाली यात्रा है, बाइक पे, वैसे उनका बचपन से शौक रहा है ये, लेकिन फिर भी काम बड़ा कठिन होता है। सदगुरु जी ने यात्रा की, अपने आप में बहुत बड़ा काम किया है और मुझे पक्का विश्वास है कि दुनिया को मिट्टी के प्रति स्नेह तो पैदा हुआ ही होगा, लेकिन भारत की मिट्टी की ताकत का भी परिचय मिला होगा। आप सबको बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं। धन्यवाद।
As a capital city, you have a more important responsibility than anybody else. Will you keep it up for the next few months till these policies happen? Let's make it happen.
रैली फॉर रिवर्स और सेव सॉइल, ये दोनों अभियान उत्तर प्रदेश के लिए तो अत्यंत महत्वपूर्ण और प्रेरणादायी हो सकते हैं और मुझे लगता है उत्तर प्रदेश की 25 करोड़ जनता इस पूरे अभियान के साथ जुड़ेगी, इसमें कोई संदेह रहना भी नहीं चाहिए।
मिट्टी बचाओ अभियान, हम सभी साथ हैं।
मैं आपको मध्य प्रदेश की तरफ से, मध्य प्रदेश के 8.5 करोड़ जनता की तरफ से, मध्य प्रदेश सरकार की तरफ से मैं ये वचन देता हूं कि मिट्टी बचाओ अभियान में आपके पीछे हम कदम से कदम और कंधे से कंधा मिलाकर साथ चलेंगे।
After nearly a month in the desert land, first taste of monsoon as we enter Maharashtra with a welcome rain. (25,406 kilometers to Nashik. Right now my motorcycle is raining that.
We are committed to this cause and I'm here to say that Maharashtra आपल्या सोबत आहे, ईशा फाउंडेशनच्या सोबत आहे आणि सेव्ह सॉइलच्या सोबत आहे.
Not even something which is Indian, it's not something which is state-wise, not something which is in your neighborhood. It's something globally that we have to really address.
తెలంగాణ ప్రభుత్వ పక్షాన మీ యొక్క ఫౌండేషన్ చేస్తున్న కృషికి మేము అనుబంధంగా ఉంటాము, తోడుగా ఉంటామని చెప్పి ప్రకటిస్తూ మీ అందరికీ ధన్యవాదాలు అర్పిస్తూ ముగిస్తాను. సేవ్ సాయిల్.
562 events, 26,000 kilometers. I'm just tired saying it.
ఒకరోజు సేవ్ సోయిల్ లేకపోతే
Can you please tell our youth what does it mean to be a soldier?
You went to the cinema and sat for 2.5 hours because there are soldiers standing there and protecting our nation. Being a soldier does not mean he wants to die, but he is willing to die. It's a very big difference.
As a government, we have not only signed the MOU, I promise that we will do everything under the command to save soil.
As I park here, it's 27,854 kilometers. This is the 607th event, so
So, yesterday in southern India, Sadhguru shared with us a challenge. He was very clear what everyone needs to do going forward. Be the voice for soil. Every day for the next 12 months, say save soil to someone new each and every day. We are asked to spend 10 to 12 minutes spreading the Save Soil message to someone new. It might be a stranger, it could be on social media, it could be in your place of worship, it could be at work, in the schools, in the community, wherever you are. Raise the voice for soil. And Sadhguru will do the same. In the next 12 to 18 months, Sadhguru will be visiting the UK, the US, the Caribbean, Latin America, South America, sharing the Save Soil message and discussing global policies. You know, in the 600 plus events attended by Sadhguru, his voice was repeated. It is not about the motorcycle. It is not about the journey or the man. It is not about the song. It is about moving people on the planet. So while Sadhguru is doing what he can do each and every day, wherever we are, we can do the same. I will share my screen and let's take a look at the Save Soil website. If you do not have the link, volunteers will post the link in the chat for you to have and to share with others. We will also post for you the Save Soil Earth Buddy link, as well as the toolkit that we are about to look at. The Save Soil website makes our challenge as simple and easy as possible. You will see posted here under soil facts. Well, there are multiple tabs. Right now I'm under the toolkit tab, but there is more than one way to get to this information. You need to continue to explore the website. But here you have Save Soil facts that you can click and send to your WhatsApp account, your Twitter account, or you can simply copy the link and send it however you wish. You can download the Save Soil pack, the Save Soil fact, along with a picture, as you see here. And there are ever so many to pick from. And the point here is to look at what speaks to you. You are in the Save Soil movement for a reason. Something is important to you. You will find resources that support that which is important to you here on the Save Soil website. It is turnkey. It is easy to use. You do not have to spend your 10 to 12 minutes making something. It's already here for you to discover and share. You may wish to take a message, and you can copy and paste, or you can share it on Twitter, WhatsApp. Perhaps you would like to share one of the beautiful photos. You may download the photo and send it with your Save Soil fact. All of these things are easy to do using the website. You want to continue to learn the soil facts. There are many places which you can do this. Here is the Save Soil documentary. If you haven't already, please spend the time and watch it. A couple of my favorite resources are not in the website, so the volunteers will post the links for you in the chat. My favorite shares with people are the Kiss the Ground and Breaking Boundaries videos. So this will supply you with the facts, the scientific facts. We each need to become confident in the science behind the Save Soil movement. Not only knowledgeable, but confident, and share this information. I share Jane Goodall's video. She is wonderfully spoken and accomplished and a supporter of the movement. So you can share any of these videos, famous people that you are drawn to. Here are the experts. This is what I mean by the scientific foundation. I'm not even going to go to all of these because there are so many. Saving soil is not new. This has been in the making for almost 3 decades. There are many people throughout the world that know the importance of saving the soil. But keep in mind, this is not a trend nor a conspiracy theory. It has been based in science. It's not against anybody or any thing in particular. The Save Soil movement is about life and union for all. So you see, you use this information as it touches you. For example, back here in the toolkit again. It's just so full of different resources and tools. Under the download area, one of the things that we did in my city was to take this simple placard, we downloaded it and sent it to a printer and made business card size handouts. And you'll see it includes the QR code, which goes directly to the website, which we are looking at right now. So this has been a remarkable tool that we give to individuals on the streets, at farmers markets, and things of this nature. You could actually print this Save Soil information on the back of a card like that. And this is just one of many, many ways that you can share Save Soil facts. As I mentioned, be creative. Look at what speaks to you, what is important to you. There are things such as presentations that are ready-made for you to share with individuals, groups, whatever you see fit. Here's a Save Soil presentation. And it's just set, ready to go. Boom, boom, boom. Ready for you to use. There are templates, such as this letter to a prime minister that could easily be modified to the president. A student does not need to write their own letter. They can decorate, color, and sign this and send it on. So the point being, saying Save Soil is easy, using all of these resources available to us. So that is just a few of the things that you and I can do going forward in the next 12 months, each and every day, sharing Save Soil with someone new. If there are any questions about the resources and highlights shared with you today, please type them in the chat now. They will take a few minutes to get to us. So while we are waiting, I'd like to read to you some of Sadhguru's words from yesterday's event. They really are poignant, so I want to be 100% accurate and read it to you. Sadhguru said, "You need lust for life. Then your attention will shine like the sun. Once your attention is like this, there is nothing that cannot be reached. There is nothing that cannot be done. There is nothing that cannot be experienced. It's just a matter of inclination and how much you are willing to do. You can't put it off. You're awake or asleep. It's on." If you missed yesterday's event live, the volunteers will post the link for you to view in the chat. It is a phenomenal view. So let's see if any of our questions have come in. Okay. I think we're not seeing any questions tonight. So we want to thank you for taking the time to be with us today. But before we close, we would like to share with you, in Sadhguru's words, his 12-month challenge, followed by a musical presentation, One Big Thing, sung by a young Earth buddy. And we will conclude with the trailer from the Kiss the Ground video I mentioned earlier. I hope you enjoy, and thank you so much for being with us tonight.
In the next month and a half, at least 21 to 22 nations I'm traveling, because the next level of action needs to happen now. But for this, your voices should rise for 10 to 12 minutes a day. You will spread the soil message. Not to me, come on. To the world, to somebody new. Next 12 months you must do it. Are you ready?
I will tell you about a man who's riding on a bike and sing a lullaby. He goes on and on, no stops no matter what, you won't believe it. And his mission is to save our soil. Try no way, cause we have no choice. Let's come together, food and water, clean air to breathe. All depend on one big thing. But take to make our to pick. Please tell the world, soil's what we need. Our friend rides it down in town, spread jumper than a clown. He's so committed, cause he cares about his all, speaks truth about it all. He shows us the way. His mission is to save our soil. Will you join him? Cause we have no choice. Let's come together, food and water, clean air to breathe. All depend on one big thing. Right thing to make hard to pick. Please tell the world, soil's what we need. Food and water, clean air to breathe. All depend on one big thing. Right thing to make hard to pick. Help Sadhguru, please help so live. Save soil. That's so good words.
There's so much bad news about our planet, it's overwhelming. The truth is, I've given up. This is the story of a simple solution, a way to heal our planet. The solution is right under our feet, and it's as old as dirt.
All of our soils that are under chemical conventional agriculture are almost completely devoid of microorganisms.
Modern agriculture was not designed for the betterment of the soil.
Fossil fuels are by no means the only thing that is causing climate change. When we damage soils, carbon goes back to the atmosphere.
But when we destroy soil, it releases carbon dioxide.
Biosequestration is using plants, trees, and techniques of grazing and farming to capture carbon and store it in the soil.
We can fix a lot of our climate issues if we bring the CO2 down into a living plant and put it back into the soil where it belongs.
Plants working with soil microorganisms, it seems too simple.
Healthy soils lead to a healthy plant, healthy human, healthy climate.
There could be a way to eat food that heals the planet.
The problem isn't the animal. The problem is where the animals are at.
How do we take waste and repurpose and reuse it, because it's really not waste? The poop has to stay in the loop.
Compost is just one of a suite of soil-based carbon capture solutions.
We know how to do it. And if we continue to scale over 30 years, we can reverse global warming.
We can get the Earth back to the Garden of Eden that it once was by regeneration.
To see biodiversity return to a place that was completely devastated.
That gives me hope.
Our health and the health of our planet are connected.
If you look over here, my neighbor's land that has been chemical fallow, then you look over at our paddocks, you have a diversity of different plant species. Which model do you want your food to be produced from? The answer is pretty simple to me.
I'll make you a deal. I won't give up, and neither should you.